Hello, I'm Carolyn Choate, and I'm here to tell you today, as a professional funnel builder, what my favorite platform is and why. Um, well, I guess it's not a secret. My favorite is Kartra, and I'm going to tell you all of the ins and outs of Kartra and why I love it. But I want to back up for a moment and start by saying that you do not have to have an all-in-one funnel builder to create a marketing funnel. So there are some great reasons why having an all-in-one is really nice. But if you are just starting out and you're looking for how to do it as cheaply as possible, you really can create a marketing funnel by connecting, say, Wix with MailChimp and keeping everything free. I do have a module in my course on building your own marketing and sales funnel that tells you how to use it, a shoestring budget, and what programs to use to make it as cheaply as possible. So I will have a link to that course page in the description so you can see more about that, which guides you and teaches you and leads you through creating your own list building funnel, which is the basic first funnel that all businesses should have online. But there are some good reasons for using an all-in-one funnel builder, and I have come to really fall in love with them because it keeps everything in one place, which is so nice for my own clarity to be able to see what I'm doing and know where all the pieces are and how they're all connected. It also prevents some of that breakdown because it all communicates with each other. So if you built your funnel by using 5 different softwares, you have to make sure that those connections are staying and that nothing is falling apart. You have to regularly be testing and make sure that all those connections are still valid. So it just makes it a lot more complicated. And I actually have found with a lot of my clients that Kartra is a more affordable option than what they're currently doing. Because a lot of people come to me and they are paying for website hosting and a separate CRM and a separate calendar booking system. And Kartra does all of those things under one roof for one low price. And I say low price because in working with a bunch of these funnel building platforms, I've discovered that Kartra is one of the most affordable ones. And for many of my clients, moving over has actually saved them money. So it is the same price as ClickFunnels, but it does a lot more stuff. Now I hear ClickFunnels 2.0 is coming out. Maybe they're adding some of this functionality, but as of right now when I'm recording, ClickFunnels only does the web pages and the opt-in form. So it does not have a CRM. It does not have a calendar booking system. It doesn't have the intake pieces. So it's still pretty limited, although it's very flashy and fun, and it's good at what it does do. Another one that a lot of my clients come to me from is Kajabi. Kajabi is gorgeous. But Kartra Starter is half the cost and does the same stuff. So Kartra has a few different levels. I have found for my clients that the starter $99 a month is the right fit for most of them. If you have like a lot of courses, you might need the second level, which is the same price as Kajabi. But for most people, I've found that $99 a month one is just fine, does what you need it to do, and has all of this other stuff built in. And I'm going to show that to you in a moment. So we're going to go into the back end of Kartra in just a few minutes, and I'm going to show you some of the varied things that it can do. And first, I'm going to show you some of the landing pages that I've built with Kartra for clients, just to give you an idea of the look and feel, although it's very versatile and you can get quite creative with how you utilize the page elements. So I look forward to showing you those and then taking you in the back end and showing you especially what Kartra does the very best, which is tagging. All right, here's a page that I created for a course creator who is a job coach, and he helps people to find the next great job for them, whether that's moving up in their industry or changing careers completely. And he created a course for it, which is jam-packed with so much information because I uploaded that. And we haven't quite launched it yet, but we're about to, and we're just about ready here. So This is his landing page. Now, he wanted something where this register button could follow people down the page. So whenever they're ready, they can click it. So we figured out how to do that. I figured out how to do that because I'm the tech person. And this is basically what's called an alert bar on the Kartra back end. And it usually is all filled in with, announcement, something that you want people to know. But I was able to clear out that part of it. So just the button is there as we scroll. And I created the copy for this page. Oh, I still need to fix this. These became wonky because I was messing with them too much. They're all supposed to look like this one, which also is not even opening. So I need to fix that. I'll do that today. So that is one landing page. Let me take you to the next one. This one has a pop-up that triggered right away because I think I made my mouse seem like it was going to exit. So this is an exit intent pop-up. This is a membership, a monthly membership for support and events and networking. So you can look inside for free, and that is our opt-in here. Easy to click out of that. So you can do these fancy effects with the images. You can update the colors and the fonts. There's a bunch of different templates in here for some of these things, like the testimonials. This next one is Clara Capano, who is a professional speaker. And we did a bunch of pages for her and a few different funnels, but this is the page that I think came out looking really nice. So I'm going to show you this one, even though it isn't a funnel or an opt-in, but this is about how you can hire her to speak as a keynote. And she had this video made of her sizzle reel, which is great. So we can have it autoplay, and then they have to click for sound. Because of some Google updates, you're not allowed to have the sound play automatically if you have the video playing automatically. But I gave some instructions in case people don't notice that. But I think it's nice that it plays right away. And then I ended up putting her sort of header at the bottom because I didn't want it to distract from the main point of this page, but still be accessible and available for people if they wanted it. This is her opt-in. And then some images of her and another place where you can sign up to hire her. This one, I updated a page that was already there. So I took the copy that somebody had written and had in a very plain kind of page, and I jazzed it up. You can see how these all have a different feel to them, and there's so many different things that you can do within the Kartra platform. This is a home page. It's a very simple one. She has a meditation opt-in. And then finally, I'm going to show you one of my pages. I figured out a way to do a quiz funnel in Kartra that is not exactly the way that they intended. Where did my image go? I don't know. I need to fix this picture. Got this lovely professional picture, but it looks a little weird, just cut out and stuck on there. So we need to fix that up. but this is just start, and oh, it lost signal. Okay. I probably have too many tabs open. So let me pause this, and I'm going to go into my Kartra backend. Oh, hello, I'm back. So I'm gonna have a video later about how I created a quiz funnel in a different way in Kartra, because it does have quizzes and surveys, but I decided to do it in a different way. So I am going to stop now and then go into the back end and show you around some of the different sections that Kartra has. All right, I am going to show you around a little bit here and try to protect the privacy of the data from my clients and leads in here. But basically on the dashboard, you can see information about your leads and your lists and who's in your membership and sale. I don't do a lot of selling directly through Kartra, but you certainly can. There are products, and I'll show you that. And then this is my recent emails that went out, and I can see the numbers or the percentages. And yeah, I have a very small email list still, but it's growing all the time. So I do have the agency account, so I have sub accounts underneath mine, but that is not part of the starter $99 a month. You don't need to worry about that. So let's look at products. So let's see, here is the core. No, that's not the right one. This is the course I was talking about. So I can edit it here. I can switch it out of live mode into test mode, so I can test out the flow of the funnel and make sure that everybody gets access correctly. I can get a tracking code. This goes onto the landing page to help it tell who's coming to your page. You could set up affiliates for it, and when you click edit, then you go through the pricing and the where do they get redirected to afterwards? Do they get a tag on them? And I mentioned tags earlier. Tags are a very powerful way to communicate with your audience. So when we get to communications, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But you can tag people who purchased it so that you can send them specific emails later. Got tracking, got coupons that you can put in. I haven't done any tracking links yet. You can manage your affiliates here. You can look at your analytics of sales, affiliates, and transactions. You can configure upsells and downsells in here, which sometimes it's better to do them as separate products and have it redirect to, you can still do a Tripwire upsell in a different way where it redirects to a page instead of to the product. So there's a couple of ways of doing that, and sometimes it's best to do it, configure it as an upsell product in here, and sometimes it's not. Communications has all of your leads, so I'm going to block those out. Your lists, your tags, you can separate people out into different lists. Tags, again, is giving you more information about people and what they've done and how they've behaved, so that you can send them really specific communications and help guide the customer journey in a really personalized way. So I have some tags because I have affiliates that I'm not managing through the official affiliate system, but I'm having them send their audience an opt-in form for a free module of my course, and then it tags their name so that if somebody purchases later, I can manually give the affiliates. You can do things like, did a person watch a certain video? Did a person click on a certain page? One thing I did for a client recently was their emails in the PS had a sales page linked, and I tagged people who clicked on that link so that we could compare that tag to the tag of the people who bought the product and see who went to that page from the email but then didn't purchase. Because again, that gives us more information to work with, to communicate with people on a very personalized level. So it's incredibly robust, the things that you can tag in Kartra, and it's one of the most impressive things about it. Your communications is where you have newsletters, which are called broadcasts, and you can drag and drop build those just like you do pages. And then you have sequences, so that's sent out automatically. And let's see, so here's one of my lead magnets that I'm not pushing as much these days, but you can give it a starting rule, like when somebody fills out a form or gets a tag or purchases a product or any number of other things, then it triggers it to wait and send an email, wait and send an email, wait and send an email. And then automations let you use tags to do a lot of different types of things. So when a lead fills out the course link form, then grant them access to the course at the level that gives them access to just that one module. I like to put this in: if a lead opens a newsletter, then they get the assigned tag opened email so that I can see who's really the most interested and is actually opening my emails. There's other ways of looking at that, but I like to have it as a tag. Yeah, this is more accessing the courses. There's so many different things that you can do with these automations too. So again, there's a real benefit to everything being under one roof where it can communicate with itself super well. Now, my pages are the foundations of your website, and it is so easy to use. So on most things, you're going to see this plus button in the down right corner. So most of these things on the left hand have a plus. So that's where you create a new one of those things. So this is where we create new pages. The pages have lots of templates you can choose from, different types. You can preview what it's going to look like all the different sections that are going to populate in there, and then you just update it. But I like to start blank. I usually start with this blank canvas here because I just get annoyed when there's stuff that's already been populated in there. But sometimes this gives me inspiration or tells me something like, oh, I didn't know I could do that like that. So yeah, and I'm going to do another video showing you in more depth how to build the pages and do the drag and drop, so I won't get too into that right now. And you can organize in a couple of different ways. You can organize with categories or with sites, or both. Lots of times both. Split tests up here, analytics up here that tell you number of people landed on the page, number of people who took action from that page, stuff like that. Forms, very important for opting into things. So you build the form here first, and then you can insert it onto a page or a pop-up. I do have a video already up about using pop-ups on Kartra pages. Memberships. This is your course platform. So it can be used in a variety of ways for memberships or for courses, and it creates really nice courses. So let's look inside the one I've been talking about today. I can show you the editing part. I can get the link for member login. I can log in as an admin to show you around. These categories can be across the top, they can be down the side, whatever you like. You can drag and drop all sorts of things in here: images, videos, download buttons, surveys, quizzes. You can give people progress reports. You can show their amount that they've completed. You can see I've got these check marks because I keep going in here myself. So lots of fun stuff that you can do with their course building platform. And let's go back here. Okay, so here we put which can change the look, the image, the title, which page is the sales page for it, save up there, change each of these things. Here is where you actually build the course. So this launches the course building platform. But as you go along, you can also change what modules of the course different people have access to, whether you want comments enabled, the progress we were talking about before, welcome emails, automations, things like that. So this is all the support around the course, and then within the builder is the course itself. You can upload your videos to Kartra and do some fancy stuff with them. You can also upload videos, just using like the embed code from Vimeo or the YouTube link. And then you can do some fun stuff in here, though, if you upload it directly to Kartra. So you can do things like they can't move forward until they share the video on social media, so they can't see the end until they've shared it. You can have a, like that, buy this now, come across the screen at just the right moment. You can have it with button. You can just have a caption. An image can come up. Like I said, the opt-in or the social unlock can come up, or an opt-in, like if you're talking about your opt-in, it can just come up. So it can get real slick. And of course, you can tag people for how much they watched, or if they click the call to action in the video. And when the video ends, is it going to repeat? Is it going to redirect to a new place? Is it going to play a different video? How is it going to display? You can set different time segments, can be very helpful. You can set the autoplay here. You can say if you're going to upload your watermark, if you have a thumbnail to put on it. Show controls, mute on start, autoload, autoplay, sticky, it can move down. Visitor memory, it can remember where somebody was in the video when they left the page and start it from there again the next time they come back. All kinds of stuff like that. Calendars. This is your calendar booking system. So this is the main one I use. You can do a few different styles of them. You can have the consultant model is usually what I end up doing, and you can do a class model, a gym membership model with multiple users can subscribe to them. This is like if you're a coach and you have somebody that needs to sign up for 6 sessions, so they can sign up for all of those. Live event, so you can have multiple people subscribe to these at a fixed date and time on the calendar. Consultant model is usually the one I end up using, so like this is my main one, but you can set them for all kinds of different things. So sometimes I have like a client call might be a separate calendar from an initial virtual coffee type call. You can set your logo, your color, set what your schedule is, sync appointments with your Google Calendar, set the length of the appointment, time zone conversion. You can set it to paid. If it's a class, they can pay directly when booking it. What happens after they confirm? It gets redirected to a thank you page here. Sending email reminders. People have told me sometimes that they haven't been able to find the place to put it on their calendar, but that is absolutely in here. So I've tried to make it bigger. Not here. This is the actual Zoom meeting link, but this calendar generate ICS file link, if you put this in there, this is where they can click to add it to their own Google Calendar, or I think Outlook is the other one that it uses. Which maybe that's why people are complaining they can't find it, because I don't see it in here. So let's add it right now. Right. It's not pretty, but it'll work. I can send a test email if I want to. Save that. Whether it needs manual approval is in here, whether or not people can cancel. You can set how far in advance people need to book, stuff like that. Again, I assign tags. You can subscribe them to their lists or sequences or do other advanced automations. And I always use it on a Kartra hosted page. And I can then edit this. So this is edited to be my domain, and then whatever I want on the end. And then when I share this link with people, it takes them directly to the calendar booking. So that's where I share all over the place. Up here in the right-hand corner, this is where you set those domains. You can do a custom domain and, take a domain that you bought from GoDaddy or Google Domains and set it to Kartra here with DNS records. So I'll have a video in more depth on that as well. This is where surveys and quizzes are. So you can do things like intake questions for a new client or an application. I have an application funnel for working with me. And that's this one. So surveys versus quizzes, they're pretty similar. You can see the answers under here under analytics for some reason. So you can look at, I guess you can click into individual surveys and then you can look at the results either as aggregate or by individual. You can set up a help desk. So I just have an individual one, when somebody submits a support ticket, that it goes to me. So then that image that shows up as a help desk on various pages goes to me. This is where campaigns you can purchase, well, not purchase, because a lot of these are free. You can go to the marketplace and get paid ones, but these ones are free. And you can take your goal and just put all of the assets directly into your account. And that's what these red things on the side are, because I keep testing these out and looking at what assets they have in them and then not finishing them. So you can view how many assets, you can watch a little video that gives you an overview of it. And then once you put it into your account, it's going to give you this handy checklist to make sure that you finish all the pieces that it comes with. So a webinar consulting campaign has tags, it has lists, it has videos, it has sequences, it has pages, forms, calendars. So this all comes into your account, and then you have to obviously customize it for yourself. So it walks you through customizing it. So if you don't have somebody building your funnel for you, like me, then this might be a great way to very easily get a working funnel up and running. Integrations is where you'll connect your payments. So people can pay by PayPal or they can pay by credit card through Stripe. Set up your Google Calendar, set up your Kartra, although I've heard that it's a good idea to use SendGrid instead of directly through Kartra, but I haven't done that yet. Zapier is a little challenging to use with Kartra. You kind of have to apply to use it, and I've done that, but I haven't found it to actually be very useful because Kartra already does a lot of integrations. But this is how you'll need to set this up to be able to send your emails, because otherwise the email address will not be something they can reply to. And I have a video about using Kartra as a CRM, but basically under my communications again, if you click on an individual lead, you can put all kinds of information about them in there. You can see the tags, lists, memberships they're on. You can make notes about them. You can set up custom things in my forms for them to fill out, and then when they fill them out, it appears on their profile or not if you don't want to. So there's just a ton of stuff that you can do to make your funnels whatever you want them to be. And so I hope that this is a good overview of the back end of Kartra and give you a good sense of everything it can do. I do have a link for a 14-day free trial of a Kartra account that is an affiliate link in the description. And you can check out my channel for more videos being uploaded all the time on how to use Kartra in more depth. See you soon.